hundreds, new friends, new money, new bands, new hundreds.
Yo, Kyle, this shit crazy.
Friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Yeah, my day ones know I post up, so just come through. If you say nothing, you glow up, she can come too. Can't say nothing when he choked up, so just cut him loose. We stay calm when we froze up, that's what diamonds do. Yeah, new island, stay coasting. Can't find it, stay ghosting. My silence is smoking, outshining the ghosting. Headlining the show then, reclining my throne and fine dining, you know it. Deep diving that, whoa, I'm the ruler, I'm known. All of my shooters stay closed, all of my jewelry cold, all of my Ubers are dope. Lex Luthor, my role model, one queen and I throw models. So wet that I need goggles, all business and no drama. Hell nah, the new friends, they praying for my downfall. Hell nah, the new friends. Said hell nah, the new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kinda new hundreds. Hell nah to new friends. Whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bands, all kind of new hundreds. Said what you want, let me know, I'ma throw you bone, then watch you go. You didn't even believe in this shit, you tried it once and then you choke. Cause y'all stay sleeping, I stay woke. Making racks and y'all still broke. Sipping on that Henny Coke, y'all laughing, I ain't telling jokes. That's real talk and that time that's ticking, that's real clock. You heard that clipping, that's real Glock. Your life is slipping, that's real shock. My wrist is dripping, that's real watch. My crew stay whipping, that's real mock. My clothes stay dripping, that's real swatch. If you ain't gonna dip, you can still watch, that's real talk, my nigga, Like Afro Man wrote a Coupe de Ville, my nigga, Like Sam Crow, but I'm real grim, my nigga, All this cash flow, but I can't swim, my nigga, Out in Buffalo, let's meet at 10s, my nigga, lot of new bets, all kind of new hundreds, hell not a new friends, whole lot of new money, whole lot of new bets, all kind of new hundreds, hell not a new friends, praying for my downfall, waiting for my downfall, hell not a new friends, they praying for my downfall, hell not a new friends, said hell not a new friends. Man, it's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Ayy, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole open nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V.
My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just win. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mountains of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they tatted. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah, that's the thing. Happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah, we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they tatted. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they tatted. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted.
He's heating up.
It's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Come up, ayy. Let's be with that drama, ayy. Saw that fatty mama, ayy. Told her I don't wanna, ayy. Come up, ayy. Let's be with that drama, ayy. Saw that fatty mama, ayy. Told her I don't wanna, ayy. Went out, caught me a red fly. Too many people on a bandwagon. Done been through that hellfire. Came out lethal like a red dragon. Same old rapper with the same old flows. Color dreads with the pants sagging. Got that fame, but you sold your soul. You a warlock, I'm the dark assassin. Said thick stacks, mode change, big bags, faux chains. Get that money, said big facts, no gains, big stats, mo fame. We back stunts, said big names. On stage, big trap, no shame. Going in, running that big check. My name, sign that, more rain. Come back home and just come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey. Come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I will make you go to the fucking gym.
Put down the gun. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
No days off.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
He's mean, Swole Norman.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 27 hundo and 55 of the Daily Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustles, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you be.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine.
All right, fam, welcome to the show, 2755, Tuesday, November the 20th. Schwam, welcome to Black Swole. We have some awesome specials going on now over at papaswolio.com. If you are ready to jump on some amazing merch. We had some brand new drops yesterday, which are fucking absolutely awesome. I'm going to have to show those once we get the nut busted open, but 20% off site-wide, which is fucking awesome. So you don't even have to use a special code or anything. It's automatically applied at checkout. So today I'm rocking the Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha. And once we get the show kicking off, we will talk about some of the other new releases. So good morning, come one, come all, and drop in the comments what you are smashing today. We're live on Rumble and of course YouTube, but of course the full show will exclusively be on Rumble, so you have to make sure you switch over before we get to the balls deep portion if you want to watch the entire show. And that being said, let's get into today's episode. Drop in the comments, what are you smashing today? Let's have a great one today, beaches, and summon that falcon. Let's fucking go. Nailed it. All right, you know the deal. Hashtag no dirty dicks, NDD. That's great advice. And we released that shirt last week, not yesterday, but last week. And like I've said before, I'll say it 1,000 times. This is the best way that we can unite everyone. No one would disagree. You should not put dirty dicks in your mouth. So hashtag no dirty dicks. That's just good, wholesome advice. Everyone can agree. And I do declare everyone can agree. Okay, now let's get into that tip. Pooh. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, so we talked about a couple of the specials. Let's get some visuals for that. We have 20% off everything, discount automatically applied at checkout over at papaswolio.com. Let's take a look at some of the new drops yesterday or the new releases for Swole Fam members. And of course, everyone, we have the brand new Abominable Snowman, Swole Man, not Snowman. Well, it's the Abominable Snowman, but it's a Swole Man. Great new design. And of course, right now, for a limited time, you could ignore that Daily Swole code for 10% off, and you can get 20% off everything. So 20% off site-wide. So that's just our standard discount for those of you that are listeners of the show, but make sure that you are checking that out. We also have the Veal Puto Gimnasio. We have the Frosty the Swole Man in Spanish now. We are translating a lot more of our designs, so check that out. Veal Puto Gimnasio. And of course, you can check out the other new design. Spandex is a privilege, not a right.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
I think we all can agree that that one is dead on. And of course, for members, you can go and check out the brand new yoga class, Total Body Restorative Yin with props from Alex. So now you can go and check that out. You can go to the updates tab if you're a member over at swolenormousx.com. If not, go to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today. Get access to, 330 plus yoga classes, brand new ones every single week, new merch, exclusive access to new releases and programs and training. And we have a Swole New Year party coming up. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. We have a lot of new releases coming. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, go and check out all the merch. Everything's 20% off. Now let's get into the first Swole Fam post. We got a deep one. We got a big one from a Christy. We got some
What's
updates.
in the box?
We got some updates. Christy says, happy fucking Monday, fam. First of all, check out the pic of the new chemo-induced mouth sore I got overnight. We'll get to those in a second. It looks like a black heart inner lip tattoo, and I'm not going to lie, kind of like it. Also, you can thank me for not having any boogers this morning, so you don't have to see them in my nostrils. Secondly, at 8 a.m. this morning, I had to have my Monday blood work done. If hemoglobin drops below 8, you can see in the pic it's 7.8, or if platelets drop below 20, then odds are I will need both a blood transfusion and a platelet transfusion. So she said they're 5. So in other words, she needs that, or based on what I'm reading here. I get my test results in real time, and I've learned to read them pretty well. So when I saw these, guess what I did? I immediately came downstairs to my home gym and started fucking leg day. I know that sometime this morning I will get a call to go back to the hospital for a transfusion, and I am not skipping leg day. Nowadays, failure comes in the form of being out of breath, not muscular failure from heavy lifts, but I'm still lifting as heavy as I can with my restrictions and limited breathing. And this old Swolenormous X hoodie, first merch I ever bought, has become a leg day uniform for me. So if any of you are thinking about skipping your workout today, and I know some of you are creating excuses as I type this, don't beach out, do your damn workout. No excuses, fam, none. And I hate leg day and still hightailed it down here to get it done before the nurse calls me. Love y'all. So if you're making excuses, oh, I want to skip legs. Christy's doing blood transfusions and chemo and shit, and she's still not skipping leg day. That's fucking amped. So we got the leg day merch. We got the leg day merch. Look at that hoodie. That's an old school hoodie. I love it. And that's pretty fucking funny that look at that blister. It literally looks like a heart tattoo. That is actually kind of badass. Nice pearly white teeth. Good dental hygiene, Christy. And we're watching and we're looking at the, I guess that's the transfusion that you're doing. So big round of applause. Another one for Christy. Let's get some more gorillas. It's been a rough several weeks for her, but what a beast. What an absolute monster. So anytime in the next ever, remember these posts. And remember when you're about to make an excuse, you're not feeling tired. You're feeling tired. You're not feeling up to it. Oh, you don't feel like training? Just think, well, Christy is doing blood transfusions and chemo and not skipping her workouts. So what's your fucking excuse? You don't have it. You don't have an excuse. Oh, I didn't have much time today. I didn't feel like it. I wasn't in a good mood. I was in a good mood. I was sad. I was depressed. Shut the fuck up. Go to the fucking gym. Stop being a beast. Do what you have to do. Doesn't matter if you feel like it or not. Good for you, Christy. You rock. We love you. Debbie says, hey, y'all, when doing a shoulder press, is it better to do them seated or standing? And if doing it seated, should my arms be straight out or at a bit of an angle? So good question. It really depends on what equipment you're using. I prefer, and I would recommend if you want to focus on your shoulders, do them seated. Standing is pretty worthless for a shoulder press. It's just not, it doesn't make sense if you're trying to focus on your shoulders, because when you're sitting down, you can actually get a better angle. So if you want to hit, if you're going to hit more, you're hit more of the triceps and the chest if you're bringing your arms more to the front. So if your arms are more out to the side, you know, bringing your arms and abducting your arms a little bit more, but you can also lean back. So you don't have to do a straight up sitting up and down. You can do a slight incline. So if you're doing it on a Smith machine or a shoulder press machine, I personally like to lean back a little bit. So it looks more like a very steep incline rather than just a sitting vertical. Because what most people are going to do is they don't have the shoulder mobility, or they're going to arch their back a lot, and you'll actually hit the anterior deltoid a little bit more if you have a little bit more of a slighter lean back. But of course, I would also opt if you have any issues with your shoulders and it just feels much more comfortable, then you can bring your elbows slightly forward. Maybe if you're doing with dumbbells, you can tuck your arms in a little bit, but leaning back a little bit more and keeping your elbows more out to the side will give you a little bit more anterior deltoid. So think about that also. Sitting down, but going at a high angle, maybe like an 80-degree angle. That's a really good option. Okay, let's see this. Amputees skip leg day. All right, well, they shouldn't either. Wheel day, right? It's wheel day. Okay, fam, let's get into some email responses. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com if you're not on the email list. Links in the description below. Makeemailswoleagain.com. Get my knowledge cock in your inbox, and you will look forward to your email for the first time and maybe ever. We have our first one from Bass, and this is in response to the email, The Best Time to Work Out. Bass says, thanks for reminding me to go to the gym and eat good. I'm on my way back to be in shape at almost 50 years old. Gave up on bad habits and got hooked up on workout and meal prep again. Take care. Bless you. Good man.
Yow. Yow.
Another one from Elliot Joshua from The Best Time to Work Out. Best time for me is between 2 and 3 p.m. I can get a couple meals in beforehand and feel good, ready to train. However, I've been out of work because of the actor strikes. So when I start filming again, the whole gym schedule will train. I'm assuming you mean will change. But it felt good seeing your videos telling me to go to the fucking gym when I've already been to the fucking gym. Keep doing you, brother. Peace. All right, best wishes. Thanks for sharing. And whenever someone asks, what's the best time to go to the fucking gym, I really say, I personally don't like training at night. For me, it's either morning or early afternoon. I like it earlier in the first half of the day. Later on the day, not ideal. I do some yoga or some mobility, but I'm not going to be lifting super heavy. In the evening, I don't think it's ideal. It's not good for sleep. It's not good for hydration afterwards, but some people really like to be consistent. If you're training, if you have to go to work at 3 a.m, yeah, maybe you get off work at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock and you go to the gym in the evening. Everyone's got a different schedule. So it's really about what you can perform best at, make progressive overload, that old chestnut, and stay consistent long-term. But I personally think starting your day off, no matter how early you wake up with training, if you have a set schedule, is the best way to go. So I don't have a set schedule per se. I have different priorities. I like to do the show first in general before I lift. So it really depends on what you're trying to do. But if I had a 9 to 5 or a 7 to 4 or whatever, I would train first. I would just get up super early and train. It's the best way to start your day, especially if people that are stressed out or you feel exhausted after work, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. Do it first. Do it first. Don't wait till afterwards, because you're letting life get in the way. You're putting yourself last, and that's the opposite of what you need to do in order to get results. Okay, so let's get into some questions. Let's move right along. Knowledge cock time. Okie dokie. All right, questions. If you got questions, drop in the chat, hashtag AskPapaSwolio. I did notice one from earlier. Leslie in the Telegram chat is asking, Papa Swolio, what can I do for underarm flab? I'm eating more protein, less processed sugars. I'm on week 7 of the 90-day dash, wondering if there's anything else I could be doing or just trust the process. Sorry if this is a Matt Damon. It's not a Matt Damon. There's nothing that you can do to get rid of extra skin. I mean, the fat will come off over time, but you can't spot reduce any of that stuff. So training triceps more doesn't get rid of the extra skin there. So if you have a lot of extra skin from being obese or whatever your situation is, doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily be able to be removed unless you're doing surgery to remove it. So it really depends. Really depends. Extra skin, especially from being overweight, these things do not like disappear. Your skin grew and expanded and in order to cover more mass, and then you lose a lot of, extra fat, and then you have this extra skin, right? It's like building a 10-bedroom house and then your kids all move out, then you have this massive mansion and no one's living in these rooms. It's like, it doesn't disappear. It's like, well, but you can't move out, right? You can't move out. So yeah, fill them up with muscles, keep lifting hard. In other words, don't get discouraged. Don't stop doing what you're doing. But a lot of times when it comes to extra skin, everyone's different. How long, how much extra fat you had and how much extra skin you had and how much your body had to adapt to that, how long it was like that. And, you might have to go get an opinion for surgery if that's something that you've been thinking about. It doesn't always disappear. It's just a bummer, but that's why I want to prevent those things from happening to begin with. I mean, I have stretch marks from just years of lifting. I have stretch marks on my arms, under my arms, my thighs, my butt. So I have stretch marks too, because I built muscle. I grew very quickly, relatively speaking. And then, I thinned out, come back. But most people that build muscle, you might not see it all the time, but if you look close enough, most people have stretch marks. You see that a lot with people that take anabolics and juice. They get so much muscle mass so quickly, or you could do so rapidly that you'll see like stretch marks in the chest, like up here, like usually in the joints where are the main places. Some people have it much, much worse. But of course you can moisturize, and vitamin E and collagen and all these different things in nutrition can benefit hair, skin, and nails. But it really depends on the rate that your body is trying to adapt to that. Let's see. T-Bone, I love night workouts, quiet house, no interruptions, just me, my workout, and the Daily Swole. Respect. I look at stretch marks as medals of honor, right? I mean, women do this too. You have to. It's really a story that you tell yourself about it. Because no one's perfect. If you see a picture on Instagram and, that person looks so smooth, they look so this, or you see someone at the gym and they have a nice butt, they're wearing Lululemon. Have you guys seen Lululemon pants when they're not on a person? Have you guys seen that? Lululemon, like yoga pants or whatever, they're like this long. It's because it compacts everything. Everyone looks good in these pants because the fat has nowhere else to go. It like compresses it into this booty. It like just pushes it all up there. And that's why women like these things, because it makes someone that doesn't have, it makes it look better than it actually is. Or any of these pants, right? That you see like the ripples on the butt cheeks. It makes you look like you have a butt even when you don't have a butt. It's just the material. So what was I going to say with that? I saw someone's comment. Oh yeah. So women, when you have a child, a lot of times women, if you don't take care of your skin with like vitamin E or cocoa butter or tallow and stuff, and sometimes your skin, you have more stretch marks or more visual, from having a child, but that's what happens. You have to remember that's what you gave life, you gave birth. And a lot of women have that. And a lot of young girls in middle school to high school, when they go from A cups, like they have like mosquito bites. And then all of a sudden they come back over a summer and they have D's and you have like stretch marks. So it's a natural thing. Some people just have these growth spurts, and it happens with body fat and also muscle mass. So it is what it is. Oh, my point being, if you look on Instagram or all these filters and softening and you see right? The cover of a magazine. Look at this celebrity. It's all airbrushed. No one looks like that. No one fucking looks like that. Have you seen these actors in movies and they look muscular and ripped and you see them afterwards? It's because it's lighting, it's CGI, it's extreme dehydration. Most of these people aren't as muscular, as big as you think. They're just lean, and it's the way the camera makes them look. It makes Tom Cruise look like he's average sized. He's really short. He's really short. But, it depends on the filming. It's all perspective. And when you have an Instagram picture and a filter that you can soften the glow, everyone looks a lot better on video. And if there's a shitty picture, guess what? Someone's really not posting it. So you're not getting a true image of what people look like. That's like when people are telling me, they're like, dude, you look like you're saucing. You're not natural, this, that, and the other. You can think what you want. I am. I mean, in my opinion, if I wasn't, you wouldn't even have to ask the question. I would just look fucking ridiculous looking. But also in person, yeah, I'm big, but I don't look freakish like I'm taking sauce in person, in my opinion. It's different when you see on a video. We look different. We look different when we're not seeing it through a lens and lighting and colors and stuff. Lester says, my priest started working out more when he heard about muscle mass. Oh! Oh, nice. Nice. The Church of Gains. All right, T-Bone, Papa Soul, you've been out of commission with the flu for the past 5 days. Should be back in action on Thursday, just in time for Thanksgiving. How would you recommend easing back in, as I know I can't go full gorilla? You just answer your question. How would I recommend getting back into it? Do less volume. Do as much intensity as you can and keep the volume lighter. Just get back into it. Do what you can and you'll be fine. It's not that complicated. How do you recommend easing back into it? By doing just that. Maybe you have, maybe it's an endurance thing, so you can't do as much volume. Maybe you can train hard, but only for a couple sets. Fine. And then rest. Just keep in mind that the recovery is going to be much more important. So you might not be able to do the same weight or the same amount of volume or the same intensity, but you can still do something. Let's see. Not promoting Lululemon, by the way. Kara says, I used to be very insecure about my stretch marks. Now they don't bother me anymore. Yeah. I mean, especially as you get older, you have stretch marks when you're younger. Oh my God, I have stretch marks because your skin's smooth and you have like these, marks that you don't like. But then as you get older, you get more wrinkles and stuff anyway. And you get these like spots and freckles and stuff. And then you're just like, oh, everything's going to shit anyway. So you don't really notice the stretch marks as much because you have other things. And also you have other things that are more important, right? As you get older, the last thing that you really care about as much are stretch marks. Like you have other priorities. So, keep that in mind too. The good news is stretch mark doesn't mean that you're healthy or unhealthy. If you have stretch marks, it doesn't mean, oh my God, you're terribly unhealthy. It's just a product of maybe gaining a lot of, being pregnant or boobs or building muscle or getting fat or losing weight and seeing the difference, right? So at least it's not, oh my God, you're not healthy. Oh, I have so many stretch marks. I'm not healthy. That doesn't have anything to do with it. Okay, cool. More questions, drop in the chat. And a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, when we go into the Balls Deep portion, you'll have to switch over to Rumble to catch the full show. So make sure you click the link in the description, subscribe on Rumble, rumble.com/The Daily Swole. And you can catch the full show there all the time. Butterfly, Fuerza Natural, 77. Papa Solio, how do I start gain muscle? I am slim girl. My weight is 55 kilograms and 1.7 height. What is your advice? Well, I'm an American, so stop giving me these gibberish numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Matt Damon.
Someone translate. Someone multiply 55 by 2.2. So what is that? 115 pounds? 110 pounds? 115? All right, so 55 times 2, that's 110. 22, 130? So you're tall and skinny. 130? Someone do the math. 132? 3? 132? What's the math there? And 1.7 height. I could do the kilograms. That's not so bad for me. But the 1.7 height, come on now. 1.7. Enough. Enough of these weird numbers. I'm waiting for someone to drop in the chat. My God, make me do it myself. So what is your advice? You want to gain muscle? Cool. You need to lift heavy weights and you need to eat more protein. Plenty of protein, probably like 150 grams a day, something like that. You need to eat a lot of protein. You need to eat healthy foods. You need to lift heavy weights. That's how you do it. Calorie surplus, a couple hundred calories in a surplus, but you need to eat sufficient protein. That's not 5 feet. It's 121 pounds? No, it's got to be more than that. No, wait. 110? 131? Because 2 is 110. Yeah, no, I guess it's 121. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, what's the 1.7 though? 121. What's the 1.7? What's 101.7 meters? Someone convert that shit. All right, so my advice is it doesn't matter what size you are. You want to put on muscle, you need to eat sufficient protein. So at least a gram per, 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. So up to a gram per pound of body weight, about. Everyone needs, ballpark. But it's not just how much protein you eat, it's the quality of the protein. So don't be doing this plant-based shit. You need animal proteins. So grass-fed beef, pastured eggs, fish, chicken, but like corn, soy free chicken. You want to get the healthiest possible proteins. Eating beans and rice is not going to do it for you. So get off this soy and shit like that. 5, 6. So you need to lift heavy weights, or you want a strength training, bodybuilding, hypertrophy program. That's my advice. You got to be training hard towards failure. Got to be lifting heavy. Daria, 4950. Is it necessary to go to the gym? Can we perform a home workout? Of course you can.
Matt Damon.
The gym is where you train. I don't care where it is. I have a gym at home. I don't go to a commercial gym. I did for years. Some people are in the comments, well, you train at home. Give me a break. You don't even go to the gym. Bro, I have a better gym at home than most commercial gyms. So yeah, I train at home. It doesn't matter where the fuck you train. I don't care if you have a pair of adjustable dumbbells and you move your coffee table in your living room. That's your gym. Then fucking do it. It doesn't matter where you train. Enough. Silly questions. Someone has to be 1. So that means you're 2.
We choose truth over fact.
Papa Sawyer, how many days do you train legs? What are your current splits? We've talked about this a lot. Once or twice a week for legs, or once every 5 or 6 days. Sometimes I'll split up into a glute hamstring and a quad focus day. But I generally don't like to, because even though it is more convenient, training glutes and hamstrings is intense, and it's like having double the exhaustion. So as much as I try sometimes to separate my leg days, it's much more fatiguing to do 2 leg days rather than just 1. I'd rather do less volume for each body part. I'd rather do less volume for quads and less volume for hamstrings and glutes, and do it once a week intensely rather than split up into 2. I think it's too much. I really do think it's too much. I think if you're doing legs twice a week, you're probably not training hard enough. Or you're taking sauce. My current split is generally a push-pull legs, but I shift and I adjust things now and again. So sometimes my push might not have, not every workout has the same volume. So if I'm doing, let's say, push, I'll do, chest, anterior deltoid, middle deltoid, and triceps, and I'll do it every 4 days. But I don't always do the same volume, because sometimes my triceps are too sore. So I did 3 sets of triceps, and I'm doing them tomorrow, but I'm still a little bit kind of sore today. So I'll be fine enough to do chest, but I might not really be in a good position to crush my triceps again. So I might do 1 or 2 sets, maybe 1 set, and then the next time I do it. So if I'm training, let's say twice in a 7 or 8 day cycle, I don't have to do as much volume every single time. I'm still getting the total volume. So it's not about each workout. It's about cumulative volume over the course of like your cycle, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. And remember, you don't have to be on a 7-day cycle. It's really ludicrous to try to fit everything into 7 days. It doesn't have to fit into 7 days. It's all about your intensity, the volume, and the recovery between. So if you're getting enough recovery, if you're training hard enough, you're getting enough volume, and you're repairing enough systemically. Remember, it's not just local recovery. It's not just, oh, my chest isn't sore, I can train it again. Well, have you been training every day, and are you just physiologically exhausted. Because if you're just, your system is just, if you're wiped out, it doesn't matter if your chest isn't sore. You're just not going to be able to perform. You're wearing yourself down. You're overdoing it. You're under recovered. So it's equally as important to have local recovery as it is systemic recovery. And it's honestly, it's probably more important to have systemic recovery too. Even more so. They're all important. It's all important. Nick, what did you think of Biden's most recent inappropriate comment towards a little girl? I don't know what happened. This guy is, which one? There's another one? This creepy fucking dude.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19
another
years
soundboard,
old,
perhaps?
sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
I don't know. What is it now with this fucking idiot? What is it now? This guy's an absolute fucking weirdo. Gross. The countdown till Newsom, right? The countdown until they try to salvage the party with that fucking criminal. From one to another. Okay. Let's see. We're still live on YouTube. Miracle. I didn't take a knee and salute the party. I didn't suck the party's dick. YouTube still has me online. Wow. No, that's misinformation. I forgot. I can't have an opinion. That's right. Gordito lifts. How to help sweaty hands when working out. Wipe them off. Use chalk. Wear gloves. I hate lifting gloves. You could use lifting straps. I mean, some people's hands sweat more. I don't have any issues with sweaty hands. But certain things I'll use chalk. If you're in a gym, you can't use chalk. You can just wipe them off. Or use wrist wraps or something like that. Let's see. T-Bone Capone. Was there ever a piece of gym equipment you regretted purchasing? Are you talking about anything for any gym, whatever? Or like the commercial equipment that I have? Regretted purchasing. It's funny. Like I have a couple things that I might want to like sell, but I wouldn't say I regretted purchasing them. Because I bought everything for a reason. So it's not like everything that I bought, because when I bought my commercial equipment, it's really about what was on sale. So I'm not buying these things brand new. I don't think I have any piece of equipment outside and back. I have some that were like pretty much brand new, but they weren't new from factory. I don't have anything out there that's new from factory. Except my inside stuff, like my Rogue kettlebells and my racks and stuff. Those were new. Not the outside one, but pretty much everything out there. I'm just thinking everything out there was used. Some of them were in like new condition, like my Atlantis pendulum squat and one of my hammer strength presses. Those things were like pretty fucking mint. Regretted purchasing. Even things that I don't use that often. Like I'm not swinging my wood clubs that often anymore. Or I mean, I still swing my steel club all the time, but I haven't done a lot of like the other types of swinging. Because you go through phases. You can't do everything all the time. That's the bummer. So I had to really like kind of like and let it go. Because I have all this amazing equipment, all these wood clubs and just all these maces. I haven't done any steel mace swinging in a long time. It's just because I have different priorities. I got into it and I started swinging and I kind of mastered those movements and stuff like that. But, you know, if I do swing those things, it'd be very light. I'm not going super heavy, because going super heavy with mace swinging is very much like lifting heavy. And I have priorities for the current training protocols that I'm doing. But of course, like anything else, I'll cycle back. I'll get back into it. I haven't done kettlebells in a while because I've had different priorities. And you can only do so many things. Like anytime you shift your focus, it takes you a different direction, and it's not going to get you closer to the goal that you have necessarily. So there's certain things you could do for mobility. I'll use kettlebells for mobility, but yeah. No, I still swing my club every day, my steel club. I could mix up, and do like a wood, club, but the steel club is so consistent. It's such a good swing. I just use that one. I have so many different ones. I could mix it up all the time, but a lot of times I still swing. The most important thing for upper body, for elbows, for joints is really just steel clubs are the best. I mean, they're great. They're great. Melissa, I wish I had your gym at home. Ah, well, I appreciate that. I am very proud and happy with it. I replaced all the canopies. I still have to replace one more. One of the actual canopies got like bent from like the wind and stuff, so I have to replace it. But yeah, people, I mean, just to build off that, some people are saying, how do you keep things in good condition? It's like, well, they get some rust. They get some rust, like some surface rust on the metal if there's like any chips and stuff in the paint, but it doesn't matter. If I ever wanted to, you can take it somewhere. You can like strip it down and repaint it and coat it, but I'm not doing this for visual purposes. But as long as like the metals, as long as like the bearings, so I put silicone and I grease all the joints and all the open things, so they're sealed off, and you just keep them out of like direct water and sunlight, and the pads are fine. You don't get the UV light, so it's really the light and the rain. So if you keep them covered and out of direct rain, they can get a little moisture on them. They're not going to break as long as you keep the metal lubricated. So I have like these silicone drops, so where the weight stacks go up and down, you just kind of, every time I use it, I'll just put some drops on it so it slides, and totally fine. Okay. They're much more, and look, honestly, this is really, the older school equipment is just made better. The stuff that Body Masters, all this, the newer stuff is more meant to be replaced and cheaper metal and stuff like that. But the old school stuff is totally fine. If it's sitting out in standing water and just getting weathered all the time and oxidized, yeah, it's going to, like anything else, you just leave it out and don't take care of it, it's going to get fucked up. All right. Mark, how often do you buy and swap out equipment in your gym? I haven't bought anything in a while. There's some things a couple things that I wanted, but it's just not a priority. I spent enough, and it's also exhausting going and picking it up. It was fun for a while. Now I'm kind of like, all right, I'm good. I don't really have any more space. There's a couple things that I would want, and like, okay, I could sell some of the stuff, but I'm still kind of figuring out, because sometimes I'll use a piece of equipment and then be like, all right, I don't really like this, but I won't use it for a little bit. And sometimes I go back to it. And I'm like, wow, this is great. Why haven't I used this in a while? Because you can only use so many different pieces of equipment. You can only, like, I have a few chest presses. I can only do like one. I have to cycle through, so I'll kind of rotate through. But swapping out, huge pain in the ass. Like, to move one of these pieces of equipment, some of the pieces of equipment in the middle, like, they're not going anywhere. They'll probably be there like the pyramids. They're going to be there in 1,000 years. Like, I'm not moving that shit anywhere unless we actually move. Like, to move it out, to pull it back out. So the good thing is, I knew what I was doing when I was buying the equipment, in the sense that I was buying a piece of equipment for a reason. So I don't, even if there's like, oh, I wish I had that one too. It's not that I would want to get rid of that. I would want to just like add this additional one. Everything that I got was for a reason. So I don't really have any desire to sell it. There might be one or two things that I haven't used in a while. Like, okay, I can get rid of that. There are a couple things that I wouldn't be so broke up over. Like, I wouldn't mind getting rid of it. I'll be okay if I didn't have it. So I haven't added anything in a little bit. And I haven't swapped anything out. I haven't sold anything in a while. I sold like some competition kettlebells and stuff that were just sitting there. So, because sometimes if I list something for sale and then I go and I use it again just to see like, oh, do I really want to sell? And I'll use them, like, why, this is fucking awesome. So then I change my mind about it. So I really have to not use it for a while and kind of get rid of that emotional connection. Because every time I got something, it was a story. It was a story. I went and got it. I drove. So I had all that effort. So I kind of have to like get distanced from the effort of picking it up and the excitement of having it. And because each thing has a specific purpose of why I have it, I don't really have the desire to get rid of it. And that's also a benefit too. People that buy equipment people that are buying equipment in order to sell it, they buy it and they flip it. If I had a indoor warehouse and stuff, it'd be easier to move things around, to use a dolly or to use a pallet jack and stuff to move things around. But, oh shit, what was I going to say? Oh, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say about it. Because I knew I'm keeping the stuff outside and like the rust, like I'm not buying the things with the intent of trying to maintain its value. in terms of reselling it. So that's a big thing too. So I bought everything like, okay, I bought it. It's mine. It's going to decay. I'm keeping it outside. I know that the purchasing, like the resale, I'm not keeping it, which is, so it's an investment, but it's worth, I'm not buying it to maintain the value. And some of these things are collector's items, legit. But, cause I have some rare equipment that's hard to come by, but I bought it for me to use until it falls apart. And these things really don't fall apart. It's just metal. You know how long it takes metal to rust out, to not be able to use if you keep it covered and like lubricated. It's just like the joint, the bearing, and all these things can be replaced. You can replace a bearing, you can lubricate it, you can get it swapped out. So these things are going to be, most of these things I'm just going to have forever, as long as I can have them. So I'm fortunate to, well, it's my expertise. So I knew exactly what I was looking for and what I wanted to get. So I got it for a reason, and I don't have a reason to get rid of it. It's a good question, though. Michelle, Papa, so I have an opportunity to purchase a 3D Smith machine to piggyback off the discussion from Sunday about a Smith machine and being a universal piece of equipment. What do you think about the 3D machine? I don't like it. I don't like it because it's like, it's the worst part. This is my opinion. I've used 3D Smith. Those are the ones where the bar moves. It's like, what's the point of having it? If you want to move a bar, get a bar. If you want a Smith machine, the benefit, it has the restrictions of a Smith machine without the benefits of a Smith machine. And it's like a free bar weight without the benefits of a free bar. One of the gyms I used to train at had a 3D and I fucking hated it. So it's like, if you want a free bar, use a free bar. If you want a Smith machine, get a Smith machine, because you lose all the benefits of having a Smith machine if it moves. Now, if you have the ability to lock it in place, but again, understand that anytime you have a machine with more moving parts, what if a bearing goes out? What if one side starts getting sticky? It's a risk too. You don't want to have too many moving parts. The more moving parts a machine has, the more issues potentially. I hate 3D Smith. So you asked my opinion, so I'm telling you. That's my opinion. I fucking hate them. I don't know what kind of 3D, but like, what's the price point too? There's one in Florida. There's a Body Master Smith machine this guy's selling for $1,200 with like 445s and 3. It's a sick deal. Like this guy, it's not super close to me, but it's such a good deal. And it's been sitting for a long time. He was selling it for like 2,000. I'm like, you're not going to get 2K for that, bro. You could, it still would have been a good deal. 15, he has it at 1,200. I already have a Body Master Smith machine. Otherwise I would have been all over that. Anyway, I hate 3D Smith. It just doesn't make any sense. So if you don't know what a 3D Smith machine is, it's like a bar, but it has like vertical posts that slide. And it's like, why do you, I don't understand this. I don't understand it. I just don't understand why you would have, I don't understand the machine. I just don't understand it. It's like, why is it 3D? Why don't you, it's like, just get a fucking barbell. That's 3D too. It doesn't seem any better. So it's like a barbell, only worse. And it's a Smith machine, but worse. So it's like the worst of both worlds. T-Bone says, was there a piece you thought would do one thing and you used it and you thought like, oh, this sucks? Yeah, there is one, but I bought it because I was already there. So there was this one. Well, there's a couple things that I like, but I need to modify, and I just haven't had the desire to modify them. So when I was I went to this gym in Miami, and this guy had so I saw this this was a pain in the ass. So this guy listed this Icarian donkey calf raise. It's like my favorite thing that I got. And this machine, like you can see on the used market for like $2,500, $3,000. If you don't know what donkey calf raise, you can look it up. Icarian donkey calf raise, old school. And they don't make a lot of these machines anymore. Like some companies are kind of making it. A lot of the old school machines are coming back, but they're really expensive because they're huge and it has like a 400-pound weight stack. And Icarian made some of the best equipment of all time. Icarian, Body Masters, old school Cybex, these are like the best companies. Some of them are still making stuff, but Icarian was bought by Precor. Anyway, so where was I? So we get to this guy's gym, and he has a couple big trailers outside, like these pods where you store. So I thought this shit was like ready to go. We had to like unload. He had everything that I wanted was all the way in the fucking back. So he had this flex donkey calf machine. He had this the Icarian donkey calf. And then I saw something, I got those for like $400 each, which is retarded. And I saw this, I love pullover machines. I saw this pullover machine in the back. I'm like, what is that? And I got that for $400 too, but I already had a Body Masters pullover machine. And this one was just cool because it's Paramount and it's old school, like all chrome Paramount. And I've never used it. There's no belt. I'd have to like put a belt on it. It's just old school. It's just not like the best design, but it was just so cool. I just couldn't leave it there. But I already have a pullover machine. I only need, come on. I only have 2 arms and 1 body. If I'm doing pullovers, I'm going to use if I'm doing it seriously, I'm going to use my Body Masters one because it has a seat belt. And anyway, so I didn't say it sucks. It's really cool, but it has just like surface rust but it's all chrome. It's pretty fucking dope. I just got to move it out, and it's super fucking heavy and has a weight stack, and it's kind of pinned in behind a couple machines. So I guess that was one thing that I'm like, I shouldn't have bought that. But I actually, at the same time, I don't regret buying it because it's a really good deal and it's cool. But it's just taking up space now. Because there is one thing that I do want to get a glute machine, but I don't want one of those kickback machines. I want to get like a Nautilus glute drive, but you can't find those on the used market. You can find a lot of the cheap hip thrust machines for like $1,000, but like these signature series, you can get these like cheap off-brand ones, but the Nautilus glute drive ones are like $3 or $4 grand. Like they're serious. So that might be one that I'm looking to. That's one that I might have to like get new. Now that's some cringe. This is the first time I made a live. Just signed back up for Swole Enormous X. Looking forward to again. Welcome back to the fam. Super awesome. Super awesome. We're about to shift over into Balls Deep. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure, so you don't get cut off, make sure you go over to Rumble so you can watch the full show. We're about to go into the Balls Deep portion. So rumble.com/the Daily Swole. Links in the description also. Michelle says $1,500 for the machine and the rubber plates. Sounds like it's a decent deal, but trust me. I mean, this is just my opinion. I wouldn't pay for I wouldn't pay anything for a 3D Smith personally. Gordito, has anyone recognized you when you bought equipment for them? Yeah, a couple people. A couple people have recognized me. All right. So actually, we went pretty long there. So fam, yeah, time to go balls deep. If you're watching on Zaroom Blay, make sure you switch on over. So we're going into balls deep right now. So rumble.com/the Daily Swole to catch the full show. Thanks for watching on the YouTubes, and switch on over there and you will catch the balls deep just in time. Let's fucking go.